Welcome to Facebook. In this session, we are going to know how to crack TCS Ninja's numerical ability section and also solve some of the questions that have appeared in previous year. So let's begin. In order to know, first of all, let's understand what is TCS Ninja pattern this year. Let us look at the TCS Ninja online test pattern. So if you look, there will be two part A and part B. If you look at the sections, there will be numerical ability, verbal ability, reasoning ability. Numerical ability needs to be solved in 40 minutes and it is expected that there will be 26 questions. This number is based on the previous year. If you look at verbal ability, it should be attempted in 30 minutes and there will be 24 questions. Reasoning ability again, 50 minutes and 30 questions needs to be solved. Now important part is part B, where programming logic and coding questions will be asked. In programming logic, there will be 10 questions that needs to be solved in 15 minutes. And in coding, we will have 2 questions to code in 45 minutes. In order to build any strategy, it is very important that we know about the assessment platform. So TCS has told that TCS Ion is going to be the assessment partner for TCS Ninja Online Test this year. And if you know about TCS Ion, there are certain features which are very critical in order to ace any section of the TCS Ninja. So first one is intersectional navigation. What do I mean by this? Let's say if you are in numerical ability and you want to suddenly go to verbal ability. It is not at all possible in TCS Ion. If you are in numerical ability, you will remain in numerical ability till you complete this particular section. Second is intersectional navigation, which is also not allowed. So what do I mean? First of all, let's say if you are in numerical ability section and you are solving question number 1. You stuck at question number 1. Now you want to go to question number 2 without answering it. Or let's say you have answered question number 1. You want to answer question number 13 instead of question number 2. So this jumping from one question to another question is not at all possible again in TCS Ion. The next most important point that I'm going to discuss here is marking scheme. Last year there was no negative marking scheme. This year also it is expected that there will be no negative marking for a particular question. So students can last year students selected the answers which they feel right fearlessly. This year also it is going to remain same. This is what the expectation is. Next and foremost important thing is that last year the review of previously answered question was not allowed. This means, let's say if you have answered question number 2 in a particular section, you want to go back to question number 1 again to review it whether you have marked it right or wrong. This is not possible. Once you have answered, this question will be locked and it is expected to remain safe this year also, and every questions were mandatory. Now let's focus our attention towards numerical ability again and let us ask one question. If these are the conditions, how to ace this particular section? To answer this question, first of all, let's look at two data, which is nothing but the test duration for this particular section and what is the number of questions. If you look, hardly you will get 40 minutes and you need to answer 26 questions. So you will get close to 1.25 seconds in order to clear this round. If you have this much less time, what should be the key strategies? To answer that, I would suggest first of all we should be knowing what is being tested or what will be tested in this section. So let's begin with that and then answer this question. So if you look at the important topics, these are the topics which at least appeared once in a particular slot last year. So one such topic was statistics, and it is expected that these will repeat again and in the same fashion like they appeared last year. So if you look at statistics, there were questions from mode, mean, median, standard deviation. So concepts like mode, median, and standard deviation is the question level was pretty easy and it will remain easy. That's what is the expectation. And if you look at time and work, different efficiencies questions, division of wages question, and work equivalence questions will be asked. Profit and loss, CP and SP question, how to calculate CP, how to calculate SP, how to calculate discounts, how to find the increase and decrease in CP, let's say a profit. For example, I today I earn 8%. I want to increase it to 12%. How I should manipulate my SP or CP? So these questions were asked last year. It is expected that again it will be asked in the same fashion. So number system, if you look at LCM, HCF, multiples, factor, divisibility, unit digit, and reminders. So these are the important concepts from where the question popped up. Next in the line is time, speed, and distance. It is very important topic as far as TCS Ninja numerical ability is concerned. There will be question with respect to a person is arriving early, a person is arriving late. What is the speed and what is the duration? A train question, relative speed concepts basically. Train is crossing a platform, two trains are moving towards each other, it could be two cars also, so but relative speed concepts and boat and stream questions were there. So this concept needs to be prepared in order to prepare time, speed, and distance properly. If you look at simple and compound interest, there were questions with to find the rate, find the time, folding in the sense, let's say in 3 years a sum is going to be x, how much time it will take to become 2x, two times of it. So these kind of questions were asked in simple and compound interest. Mixture and alligation, if you see, there were questions with respect to how much, what is the quantity after we mix two mixtures, what is the increment and decrement required for a particular content. For example, we are mixing water in ethanol or water with something else, then let's say how much water I should add to get the ratio this much. So these kind of questions were asked in mixture and allegation. Data interpretation, if you see, we have seen bar graph questions were related to bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, tables also. Tables were dominantly available in the TCS Ninja various slots. So you should know all these things. If you look at another set of most important topics, there were ratio and proportion question, decision tables question, percentage and mensuration question. An important concept, if you look at from the ratio perspective, it was with respect to the properties, and decision table, it was with respect to who is telling lie, who is telling truth. If you look at mensuration, there were questions related to 2D figure where you need to find area basically. So it is expected, let's say if you're going to prepare these topics, you should know all this concept properly, first of all, and then start building your tips and tricks and approach towards that. So it is highly advisable that you first of all learn these important topics and then move to something else. Okay. So next in line is the good to learn topics. So these are the topics which appeared in the slots, but not common in every slot. For example, these topics would have appeared in slot 2 and slot 3, but not in slot 2. But it is important when we are saying that what's being tested in numerical ability, what we can expect to be appear. So okay, so in that sense, you have to prepare partnership, simplification, equation, permutation, and combination also. You should focus on concepts like repetition in permutation and combination, conditions, various conditions when you apply, how to solve the problem, how to clear the how to say the probability, certs and indices question, rationalization, how you remove the powers of a particular base. So these kind of questions were asked. Formula based questions respect to simplification, where a particular formula will be given in the numerator, in the denominator, and then you have to apply some formula, and then you have to simplify it further. So all these questions were there asked in numerical ability section. Now let's shift our attention to a very important section where we'll be discussing the previous year question and also will tell you how to approach particular question. Let's solve this question which says Rohan purchased 25 identical radios for price of rupees X and sold some of them rupees X. If he calculated his price as profit as 8% with selling price as base instead of cost price, then how many did he sell? This question is pretty much similar to the question that was asked in 2020 TCS Ninja question. So let us solve this question. This topics belongs to, as you can see, profit and loss, and the only thing being asked is how many items or how many radios that he have sold. If he earned profit of 8% while he has calculated his profit keeping selling price at base. Okay, so this is pretty simple questions. Let's begin solving this. So first thing that we know is 25 identical radios are being sold, and for how many rupees? X rupees. So one unit, if I talk about one unit of radio, how much would it cost? It total 25 radios to X rupees. So one will definitely be X by 25. Each radio CP will be what? CP is nothing but how much you invest to certain things. So it is X by 25. In the next line it says he sells some of them. So let's say that some of them is related to Y. Let's say he's he in the question it is not given that how many he sold for X rupees. That number is unknown. That unknown I am saying that it is Y. So if you keep Y radios have been sold for X rupees, then what will be the CP for that? It will be Y into CP of one individual radio. So Y into X whole divided by 25. Now they are already saying that for these Y radios SP is X. If you read the line, the second line, and sold some of them for X. So till here it is clear. Now, if you know one relation between profit CP and SP, it can be given as this. Percentage profit is nothing but SP minus CP whole divided by CP into 100. This is how you calculate percentage profit. But observe a thing given here with selling price as base. Now look at this one. Our base here SP minus CP whole divided by CP. He's saying he has not calculated profit based on the CP. He has calculated keeping the base as selling price. So instead of CP at denominator it should be SP. So for sure this is not the case. We are applying some wrong formula. Let us apply the formula which he has used to calculate his profit. Okay, so we know percentage profit is 8, correct, and then SP is already we know X, and CP is Y into X whole divided by 25, and this SP will again remain. If you solve this question further, you will get 2 by 25 at LHS, which will be equal to 1 minus Y by 25, and X will be common, so X and X will get cancelled. Got it? And 100 will be transferred from RHS to LHS. It will become 8 by 100, and if you simplify it will become 2 by 25. So if you solve this equation even further, you will get Y by 25 is equal to 23 by 25. If this much is clear, then what will happen again? Y is equal to 23. This is our answer. So let's solve this question which says a fuel tank has two inlet pipes A and B which can fill it in 20 and 30 hours respectively, and an outlet pipe C which can empty a full tank in 40 hours. If the tank is empty and the taps are open in succession for 1 hour each and the process continues, in how many hours will the tank get filled. So this question is of pipe and cisterns, which generally gets solved like time and work concepts. We know how to implement time and work concepts. There is some certain method called chocolate method, where what we do is we first figure out the capacity, figure out the efficiency, and then implement the efficiencies to apply the conditions and then get the answer. So we will do something similar to that. So in order to figure it out, this how many hours tank will be filled if they are operating on certain conditions, the taps are operating on certain conditions. So first of all, we need to figure out what is the capacity. So here we need to assume a capacity. Based on that, we will calculate the efficiency. Based on the efficiency, we will apply the condition, which is they should be open in succession. Let's say for example, A is open, B and C will not be. If B is open, C and A will not be. If C is open, A and B will not be open. And one tap will remain open for 1 hour. So if A is open for 1 hour, B and C will not be. Likewise, it goes on. Okay. So this is what the condition is. So in order to solve this question, first of all, we need to figure it out. What is the capacity? Here it will be assumed capacity. So how to figure out that capacity here? What we used to do? We used to take the LCM. So LCM of what quantities? 30, 20 and 40, which is nothing but the in how many hours the tank is being filled if they are operating individually. So 120, let's say 120 unit is the capacity of a tank. So if I'm asking you what is the efficiency of A, so efficiency will be total unit and how much time does it require to fill it. So 120 divided by 20 will give me 6 unit per hour. This is the capacity of A. Likewise, capacity of B will be 120 by 30, which is nothing but 4 unit per hour. Likewise, C's capacity will be minus 3 unit per hour because it is the outlet pipe. A and B are filling the tank, but C is emptying the tank. So minus will come, hence it is minus 3 unit per hour. So let's apply the condition. If let's say first hour A is open, tank will be filled how much? Initially it is empty, it is at 0. We need to fill it till 120. So if A is open, tank will be filled 6 unit. 6 unit out of 120. Okay. Another second hour, what will happen? B will open, it will fill the tank. Correct. So 4 unit total. We in 2 hours we have got 10 units of tank filled. Now, interesting thing, C will come, right? C will come, so what it will do? It will just empty the tank because it will work with the efficiency of minus 3. So, total tank filled if in 3 hours will be 7. 1 has work, A has work, B has work and C has done some work. They all, what kind of work? They are filling and emptying. Okay. So, in 3 hours we have got 7 units of tank filled. If I am applying this logic further, in 4th hour 6 unit will be filled, 5th hour 4 unit will be filled, 6th hour again minus 3 unit will be emptied. So in total again I'll get in the next 3 hours again I'll get 7 units filled. So we will have a pattern where in each 3 hours interval tank will be filled for 7 unit. So this 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 will get added till we reach at 120. Correct. So for a particular 7 unit, it just takes 3 hours. So can we say that in 3 hours tank is filled for 7 units? Right. These two equations are equal. So what I'm doing here is to reach very closer to 120, I am multiplying it. Okay, 120 is obviously is not multiple of 7. So definitely for 3 hour interval will work, but at some point A and B will or C might have to work individually in order to fill or empty the tank. But first we have got the logic. Okay, we need to reach nearest point where we can apply this logic. Okay, so to reach the nearest value, what I'll do, I'll multiply it with 16. So in 40 hours I will get 112 units of the tank filled. Okay, I have reached very near. What will happen now? Now, let's say I'm at 48th hour, 112 units is filled. At 49th hour, what will happen? A will work because at 48th, C will finish the work. Remember, at third hour, C was working. 48 is multiple of 3. So 3 will be working at last at the 48th hour, and it would have removed certain amount of water. After that, we are getting 112 units. Got it? So next is what will happen at the 49th hour. It will work and it will fill the tank. So it will reach to 118 units. Just two more unit needs to be filled. So what this will be filled by B. B's efficiency is what? 2 units it has to fill, and its efficiency is 4. So it will be 2 by 4. Nothing but 1.5 hour it will take to fill. Only in half hour the tank will reach to the full capacity. So is there any point to bring in? The question is just how many hours it will get to filled. So it is being filled in 48 plus 1 plus 1.5. So 48 till A, B, C work in succession. After then A will work on the A will fill the tank, and then half an hour B will fill the tank. So answer will be 49.15 hours, you can say. There is option B. So this question is again very similar to TCS Ninja and QT, which says a sum of rupees 12,500 is invested on 1st February 2017 at 4% simple interest per annum. How much interest in rupees gets accrued on the end of the day on 1st August 2017? So we need to figure out what is the simple interest. We know the formula for simple interest, which is nothing but simple interest is equal to P, which is principal, R, which is rate, T, which is nothing but time, whole divided by 100. So let's apply this formula and keep the values. P is nothing but was 12,500. R is nothing but 4%. And what will be T? Well, T will be 6. Most of you will be saying yes, but just to keep you informed that T value here will be 6 by 12 because we are calculating rate per annum. Okay, hence it will be 6 by 12. We have to divide the 12 months here. So 6 by 12 nothing but 1 by 2. Let's say if you're going and putting directly 6 over there in the formula, it will give you wrong value, and that's what happened while attempting the test. Hence answer would be 250 if you solve this. Hence option C is correct. This question again is very similar to what has been asked in TCS Ninja last year. It says Rohit has to walk 11 kilometers. He finds that in 30 minutes he has traveled 2/9 of the remaining distance. What is his speed in kilometer per hour? Question is very easy. So let us solve this. So in order to find the speed in kilometer per hour, first of all we have to convert everything in hours. So here he has traveled for 30 minutes. So we need to convert it in hour. So it will be 1.5 hour. Now our calculation will be easy and we will get the right answer. Else there is chance like you might not convert this minute into hour and you end up getting wrong answer. So next parameter, if we have to figure it out, is that what is the meaning of 2/9 of the remaining distance? So it's again a very simple. They are playing with words. So let's say if the remaining distance is 9, he has walked for 2 kilometers. It's as simple as that. The fraction you should learn, and you should also learn what does fraction mean. So if you take 2 by 9th of the remaining distance, so 9th here indicates what? Remaining distance, and in that a person has walked 2 kilometers. So total if you add 11 kilometers. 9 plus 2 is 11. So he has till now he has walked for 2 kilometers, and how much the duration is? It is half an hour. So what is the formula? Formula is very simple. This is my distance. D is equal to S into T. So distance is equal to speed into time, that we know. Distance already we know it is 2 kilometers. Time we know it is half an hour. Okay, 1 by 2. So speed will be what? 4 kilometers per hour. This is our answer. Now, this is a question where a lot of people struggle. This is pretty new to TCS syllabus. This is the question of statistics where we need to figure out what is the 10th number. The question is the mean and standard deviation of the data, which is comprised of a set of 10 positive numbers or 8 and 2 respectively. If the sum of squares of 9 among the 10 numbers is 599, what is the 10th number? And options are given 7, 8, 9 and 11. So if you look at this question, first of all, what are the things given? Squares of the numbers are given. What else is given? Mean and standard deviation is given. In using these information, we need to figure out what is the 10th number. So when it comes to statistics for this TCS Ninja, the only thing is recommended that you remember the formula very firmly. If you know that, easily you can figure it out. So if in order to get this, let's first talk out the formula. So SD represent here standard deviation. So standard deviation is equals to what? It is under root of entire. I'm saying whatever you are looking at the screen, it is the under root of entire thing here. So in bracket sum of square of all the numbers divided by n. N represents how many numbers are there. Here it is 10. So minus mean square. Okay, this is the formula of standard deviation. So we have to take the square root of the entire function here. So let us put that. I know that 9 numbers squares have been given. So I'll assume that the 10th number is what? X. So my sum of squares of all number will be what? 599 plus x square by 10. Number of entities are 10. So n will be 10. So 599 plus x square by 10 minus 8 square. Mean is nothing but mean is given here 8. So 8 square. Standard deviation we know it is given as 2. So if you solve this further, it will become 599 under root of entire 599 plus x square by 10 minus 64. If you solve it even further by squaring both the sides, so you will get 4 under root will be gone. So 599 plus x square by 10 minus 64. If you even simplify it further, you will get 68 into 10 plus 599 plus x square. If you solve it more, you will get you have to subtract 680 minus 599 is equal to x square. So x will be what? X square is equal to 81. X will be 9. So 10th number is what? X. So x 8 is 9. Hence our option C is correct. If you look at this question, it belongs to a mensuration part where it says if the area of a rectangular field is 1260 meters square and its perimeter is 146 meter, what is the length of the diagonal? This question is very easy if you just know the formula, or else it will be very difficult for you to figure out what would be the answer. So let us solve it very simply. So it says let's first make the rectangle. If you look at this figure, here is L, here is B. So I know that in rectangle, if the corners will be of 90 degree, correct? And if it is L and B, the front side of B will be equal to B and front side of L will be equal to L. So easily I can apply the formula of Pythagoras theorem in the first part, where it will be nothing but hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Okay, so if you apply this formula, my base is what? L, and my perpendicular length is what? B. If you look at the hypotenuse, it will be what? You can easily say that it will be root of L square plus B square. As simple as that. So it will be what? Diagonal of the rectangle. Now all I need to figure out what is the value of L and what is the value of B, and with that of we can go ahead and figure out what is L square plus B square. So it's as simple as that. If you apply the things given in the question, you will find it out. Rectangle area of rectangle will be what? L into B. So if you see, L into B is 1260. Okay, so perimeter is what? 2. If you look at the perimeter, so you have four sides are there, right? And out of that, these two are equal. So it can be easily calculated as 2L plus 2B. So it will be 2 if you take common, 2 into L plus B. So 2 into L plus B is given what? 146. So L plus B will be what? 73. Now, these two informations are given. I have to figure out under root of L square plus B square, which is nothing but my diagonal. How to do that? It's again, if you remember in simplification, we spoke about formula. So the formula of, if you merely remember, a plus b whole square is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. If I am transferring that 2ab to the LHS, it will give me L square plus b square, right? L plus b already I know, I just have to square it. So let's apply that concept. So L square plus b square is what? L plus b whole square minus 2L into b. L plus b value I know that it's 73, and L into b also I know it is 1260. So if you calculate this value, you will get 2809. If you take square it, you will get 53 as answer. Here the key tricks is how much fast you calculate, how much faster you calculate in order to be it a square root or be it a multiplication. So these things over the period of time you should practice. So it will improve your speed. Hence it will give some time for extra time to attempt some other question. So these are the things you need to practice. Hence our correct answer will be option C. This question again is from percentage. So it's a very simple topic, and it is advisable that you guys go and learn all these topics, because keep on questions will be popping up from this topic. So it says A is 30% of C, C is 20% of D, and B is 50% of D. Then A by B is. This question is very similar again to TCS Ninja question that has been asked in last year. So this question is very much similar to that. Here we need to figure out what is A by B. Options are 4 by 3, 3 by 25, 6 by 5, and 3 by 250. So in order to solve such questions, what we need to do is we need to assume, I mean percentage, it's all about 100, right? So what you can assume is D is 100. Why I am saying D is 100? Because it makes my calculation pretty easy. If you say B is 50% of D, and again 20%, C is 20% of D. If I am assuming D as 100, my B and C value will be easily calculated. Okay, so what it will be? B will be 50, C will be 20. From the question it is pretty much clear, right? Hence I assume D is 100. I could have assumed A is equal to 100, but it complexes the whole thing. So the smartest lies where how you pick your uh, variable. So I am saying that let's assume D is equal to 100. So B will be what? 50. C is what? 20. So A will be what? 30% of C, which is nothing but 6. So if you calculate A by B, you will get 6 by 50. If you simplify it further, you will get 3 by 25. Hence it is our answer. Option B. Moving to the next question, it says on the 26 question exam, 5 points were deducted for each incorrect answers and 8 points were added for correct answers. If all the questions were answered, how many were correct if the score was 0? This question belongs to a very interesting topic. Uh, this can be solved if you know the art of solving equations. In order to build the equations, we need to figure out what are the variables first. This question, I repeat again, that it is very similar to TCS Ninja last year question. Okay, so let us identify the variable. If you see incorrect and correct response, so it could be a two variable. Okay, so correct answer, I'm saying I'm marking X answers correct. So correct answer I'm denoting as X. Incorrect answers I'm saying that it is Y. Fine. So if I'm, let's say there are 26 questions. Okay, I have marked certain question as correct, certain as incorrect. So I'm taking an example. Let's say out of 26, 13 I have marked correct, 13 incorrect. So 13 plus 13 will be 26. Likewise, if I'm saying X and Y are incorrect answers and correct answers respectively. So X plus Y is what? 26. Got it. 13 plus 13. That is what I'm saying. It will give me 26. So this is my first equation. But again, we have two variables, so we need two conditions. Another condition is what? If all the questions were answered, how many were correct if the score was 0? The score was 0. Whatever question I have attempted, I have marked, I have got 0 marks. So let us try to frame an equation with the marks. I have attempted X correct answer, and for each correct answer what I am getting 8 points, and for incorrect I am getting -5. If I say 8x, 8 into x, right? 8 marks for incorrect response. So 8x it will become. Likewise, incorrect -5 into y. Correct. So if I add these two, it will give me total marks which is nothing but 0. So I got my equation here. 8x minus 5y is equal to 0. So in order to solve 1 and 2, what I'll do is I'll multiply equation 1 with 5. So in order to eliminate y, so I'll just directly get what is x. So 5x plus 5y is equal to 130. Okay, 26 into 5 will be 130. So let us now add this equation. In fact, add these equations, you will get 13x is equal to 130. So x will be what? 10. So what they are asking, correct. How many were correct? So correct answer we have assumed as x. X value we have got 10. So 10 answer we have marked correctly. Here is our next question. In this question it is given the number of workers working in 6 different departments of factories A and B are given below. Study the given data and answer the question that follows. If you look at the factory A and factory B data, there are two columns, department and number of workers. If you look at number of department, there is purchase, maintenance, production, accounts, operations, design. And number of employees, number of workers are given in those departments. If you look at B and A, there is difference also. The number of employee difference is also there. So one thing that we need to learn from here is that TCS Ninja often asks data interpretation question, and you can expect at least one question in every slot. So hence this is very important topic, and you should learn how to solve these kind of questions. So in that context, let's begin solving this question. Again, the question is, if workers of the design department quit factory B and join the design department of factory A, then what is the percentage of workers in the design department in the total workers in the factory A? So this question is saying that certain people or workers are leaving from factory B to factory A. So if that happens, they are saying that what will be the total percentage of design department with respect to the total workers that are there in factory A. This is what the question is. So it's pretty simple question. If you can organize your data, you can mark the fields which will be incremented or decremented once this movement or quitting happens. So let us observe that critical data. So a design department of factory B workers are leaving to factory A. So there will be design department, both of them are critical. Decrement will happen in B, increment will happen in A. So this is mark. Now the very important thing is here, total will also increase because 30 people are coming. If you know, most of the time what happens is while you're solving this question, you do not increment the total. Hence you get the wrong answer. And definitely one such option will be available. And you'll mark and move ahead. So you will feel like you have marked correct answer, but it is incorrect. Hence, you should pay attention here. So total will also be incremented and design department employee number will also increment. Let us figure out what will be the scenario. Initially, there will be 46. Then the workers in design department will be how much? How many? 30. After joining ACE, design department will become 46 plus 30. Also, total number of workers in factory A, including all the departments, will now will become 1202 plus 30, which is nothing but 1232. So if somebody is asking what is the this percentage, so you can easily say that total number of employees that are present in design department divided by total number of employees that are present in all the departments and multiply it with 100. So you'll get the percentage. This is what we need to do, and we will get 76 divided by 1232 and multiply it by 100. We will get 6.16%, which is option B.
Hey there. If you're looking to ace the TCS Ninja or the NQT test, then you need to think of only one name in your mind, that is face prep. Just to let the numbers do the talking, last year 10,000 plus learners across the country, face prep learners, aced the TCS Ninja and the NQT. So if you want to join the long list of success stories of people who have aced the TCS Ninja and the NQT successfully, then face prep is your go-to destination. Now, to help you end up learning for the TCS NQT slash Ninja, we have multiple packages depending on what kind of a learner you are. If you're looking for somebody who's looking for an all-in-one pack, somebody who needs live classes by expert trainers, and you are also looking for a lot of practice and tests and mentorship, then we have something called the Ultimate Masterclass. So this TCS Ninja plus NQT Ultimate Masterclass has enrollments closing August 8th, 11:59 p.m. And this covers 30 hours of live masterclass, 70 hours of self-paced practice with video explanation, and 100 tests. Additionally, you also get mentorship support on WhatsApp. And you get all of this, which is basically the mother pack that you need to enroll for. This is the only course, in fact, that you need to enroll for. And you can get all of this at just rupees 1299. If you're somebody who wants to only do self-paced practice, and we also have a self-paced cracker for you, which does not cover live classes, but which covers 70 hours of self-paced practice. This will actually end up covering 600 plus previous year TCS Ninja NQT questions. All questions have video explanation, and you also get 100 plus tests, right? And you can enroll for the self-paced pack if you want at rupees 499 only. This is one of the hottest courses on the market today. If you're somebody who says, hey, I just want to go and take tests, I just want to take test after test, mock test after mock test, then we also have something called the TCS Ninja NQT Master Test Pack, right? So for those of you who are not looking for live classes or self-paced practice, but who just want to go and take mock tests, now this is a test pack at just rupees 99 rupees, which covers 50 tests, 50 TCS Ninja NQT mock tests, all tests covering detailed text explanation. This is exactly the massive amount of practice that you need in terms of going on to enter to ace the TCS Ninja slash NQT. Now the links to all of these packages are available in the description of this video. You can check out the links. If you're looking to enroll for the Ultimate Masterclass, there is a very specific deadline. Please do not miss out on that deadline. The other two packs do not have deadlines. They are self-paced. You can enroll anytime you want. Click on the links in the description and enroll right away. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a like, drop us a comment. If you have questions about TCS Ninja NQT preparation, please drop comments in the video. We'll be happy to answer them. And do subscribe and click on the bell icon to receive notifications of new videos from Facebook. Thank you for watching.